Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome to another tarot reading from me. Today's topic is going to be on who is your soulmate. And before I get into it, I just want to make a short introduction. I want to specify some things, namely that when I say soulmate, bear in mind that it is possible for some people to have more than one soulmate. So this is going to be, let's say, one of the most significant, or for some of you, the most significant romantic partner that you're going to have in this lifetime. And that's one thing that I wanted to say. And then another thing is that I have meditated upon the question, and again, I have chosen the crystals intuitively. Basically, I asked Spirit which crystals should I use for this reading, and these are the crystals that came out in this particular order. So yes. So this is pretty much all I wanted to say. And also, before I get into it, I would ask you to please subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, because I have noticed in the video analytics that only about 13% of the people who regularly watch my videos on this channel are actually subscribed. So please subscribe. It will only take a second and it is free. And also, if you want to see when I will post a new video, you can click on the notifications bell. All right, so this is for those of you who would like to choose with just crystals. Pile number 1, you have the malachite crystal. Pile number 2, you have the blue calcite crystal. Pile number 3, you have the black onyx crystal. Pile number 4, you have the amethyst crystal. All right, so once again, pile number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. You can pause the video if you need more time to think. I would recommend, again, that you close your eyes, meditate upon the question. You can address it to Spirit or to whoever you consider to be a higher spiritual guide. And try to breathe deeply, exhale longer than you inhale. That will help center you and calm you down. And then open your eyes and choose the first crystal that stands out intuitively. And once again, if you have trouble choosing, you can listen to several or even all of the readings and just take whichever messages resonate. I will see you at your reading. So this is going to be the selection phase for the card for each crystal. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1? Who is their soulmate? The people who chose the malachite crystal. Who is their soulmate, Spirit? The people who chose the malachite crystal. Who is their soulmate? Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2? The people who chose the blue calcite crystal. Who is their soulmate? Who is their soulmate, Spirit? Who is pile number 2's soulmate? Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3? The people who chose the black onyx crystal. Who is their soulmate? Who is their soulmate? Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 4? The people who chose the amethyst crystal. Who is their soulmate? Who is their soulmate? All right. So let's see. Yeah. Pile number 1. You have this card that says trust. Pile number 2, you have this card which says strength. Pile number 3, you have this card which says enchantment. Pile number 4, you have this card that says shadow self. All right. Nah, this doesn't feel right. All right, so once again, these are your options. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. You can pause the video if you need more time to choose your pile, and I will see you at your reading. All right, so this is for those of you who would like to choose with both cards and crystals. So pile number 1, you have this card over here and or this malachite crystal. Pile number 2, you have this card over here and or this blue calcite crystal. Pile number 3, you have this card over here and or this black onyx crystal. Pile number 4, you have this card over here and or this amethyst crystal. All right, so you can pause the video if you need more time to decide. And once again, my recommendation is that you close your eyes, you meditate upon the question, take some deep breaths, try to exhale longer than you inhale. That will help center you and calm you down. And then choose the first pile that stands out instinctively, intuitively, without overthinking it. And if you feel drawn to more than one pile, you are free to watch several or even all of them and take whichever messages resonate. And I will see you at your reading. So welcome pile number 1. This is your reading. If you have chosen this card right here with the word trust and or this malachite crystal. So this is going to be the shuffling phase, and I'm going to add timestamps. You can skip this part if you don't want to sit through it, because I will be taking my time. All right, so oracle cards first. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the green malachite crystal? Who is their soulmate? What can you tell me about this person? Anything you would care to share? Spirit, who is pile number 1's soulmate? What can you care? What can you share about this person? Anything you would care to tell us would be much appreciated. All right, 3 of them. All right, so Ladybug, good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. Owl, magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Wow, unicorn. I don't think I've ever gotten this one, or maybe once. Infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. I already think this person has a strong K2 energy. Let me see where... Oh, and you have owl and magic, and I have 2 owls here. Yes. Good. Good. move forward, breaking free, and the future. Strong Ketu Rahu axis on this person, I think. And I don't know if you're going to see this, but I did read them, so just the main words are important. All right. So let's get into some cards. Actually, yeah. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the malachite crystal? Who is their soulmate? What can you tell me about this person's soulmate? Who is this person's soulmate? The people who chose the green malachite crystal, who is their soulmate? Who is their soulmate? Right, so let's see. You have the Sun, the Fool, the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Swords. Oh, I'm not going to have space for all of them. The Lovers, very nice. The Lady and the Lord. The Ten of Swords, or the Ten of Athames, and the High Priest. I'm gonna have to put this under the candle. The High Priest. All right. Let's see. Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 1? Who is their soulmate? What can you tell me about their soulmate? Who is this person? Spirit, who is pile number 1's soulmate? Wait, how many is that? Oh, I've taken out enough. Yeah. The Ten of Swords again. The Emperor. Wow. The Fool again. Haha. This person has a lot of energy. The Nine of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the High Priestess. You have the High Priest and the High Priestess, and the Queen of Cups. Nice. All right, so this person, so let me start with the doubles, because you have some doubles here. You have, this person definitely has, can I just say right off the bat, strong Aries energy. Again, since you also have the unicorn here, if you come from Vedic astrology, you might have Ashwini placements, because Ashwini is also in Aries. And it's also Ketuvian. So I'm seeing a lot of like magic energy here. So like, but also this person has a lot of drive and impetuousness. They could be a pioneer of some sorts. They're definitely someone who has an impulsive streak. So a lot of fire. But okay, going back to the doubles, right? You have the Fool twice. The Hero, right? Hero again is something that you connect with Mars. And I mean, this is the way that the Fool is called in these decks. That's, you know, the Hero and the Green Man. And you have the Ten of Swords twice. Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords. I mean, yeah, but it's called differently in each deck. And also, that's what I said initially. I said, I think this person has a strong Ketu, and then you got the High Priest and the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. So, I definitely think this person has a very strong spiritual side. This could even be someone who is into astrology, tarot, and stuff like that. This person, I would say, has strong fire energy, like I said. There's someone who is in a very good financial position because of the Nine of Pentacles. And they're also just, you know, I think this person is like an entrepreneur. It's very likely this person has their own thing going on because you have that Nine of Pentacles and you have the Fool underneath. This sounds like a self-starter. And the Emperor, yeah, this person is in a good position in life. But it's interesting that you have the Ten of Swords twice. And then you have the Sun and the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords and the High Priestess underneath. Wow. So the way that I would read this is two different ways. Especially since you have the Ten of Swords underneath the Sun. I think this person is someone who is quite stressed out internally. But he never shows it, he or she. They never show it on the surface. Or another way to look at it is this is someone who has gone through a lot of things. Like they have been hitting their head against the wall a few times. Or they have hit their head against the wall several times before they finally had a breakthrough. So they've had some failures. They've had some painful endings in their lives. But most likely this is someone who has a high level of strength. Also, I think this person has significant Leo Sun energy because you have the Sun and you also have the Lovers here. So that's a strong 5th house energy. This person, I don't think, is very expressive. The funny thing is, like, they're very romantic and they're very passionate, but I don't think that they're going to chase you immediately. Because you have this 8 of Swords here underneath the Lovers. So this suggests to me a certain level of repression on their part. So it's like this person, you know, is probably driven by their own visions and ambitions. And is very cautious about romance. It could be because of past failures, because of those that 10 of Swords coming out twice. And I would not be surprised. Also, again, this person could have Bharani placements as well, Bharani or Purva Bhadrapada, because I'm seeing a lot of connection to magic. You know, like you have the Sorceress, which, I mean, the High Priestess. The High Priest is also, I mean, in these decks, they're kind of like, actually, this deck is called the Green Witch Tarot, so you would expect everything to be with witches. But this one is not about witches, and you still have a witch connected to High Priestess. And you have Merlin here as the Fool. And then you have this unicorn with infinite possibilities and owl with magic. The future here suggests that this person is someone with big dreams and big visions. This is why I think they might have both a strong Ketu and a strong Rahu in their horoscopes. Abandon the darkness, go beyond the ordinary, and become the legendary. All right, so this person could have that, like this 8 of Swords here could be about, I think it's probably both their attitude towards relationships, but it also is a reflection of their attitude towards themselves as well. Like, they probably have this attitude of, you know, there are many things they really want to go after what they love in general, but they are caught up in, like, you know, limiting beliefs, limiting thought patterns. So most likely it's something they have to work on. But yeah, I think, again, strong message that this person could be an entrepreneur. They could be self-employed. And trust here with this deer. Interesting. Oh yeah, this person is like, I'm getting, you know, that song Faith by George Michael in my head. You've got to have faith. Like, I think this person has a very strong intuition, but they're not trusting that very much. It's like they're having an inner war going on between, should they trust their intuition, should they follow their heart, or stick to the, you know, physical world. With the sun energy, this person very likely is very creative. And also you have the sun and the emperor, which are basically paternal figures. So this does show a person that most likely wants kids. This is irrespective of gender. They have a strong masculine side. And that means that they easily get into this role of being the protective person. They probably get along well with kids, like, even if they're someone who has like a certain level of maturity. And also, speaking of maturity, I think for a lot of you, this person is slightly older, or if they're not physically older, they're definitely a mature person, mentally and emotionally, because you also have like the Fool here being depicted as Merlin with the white beard. And you have the Emperor, which also kind of suggests a person of a certain level of experience and seniority. And again, either this person is, I'm definitely strongly getting the possibility that this person is self-employed or an entrepreneur. But even if this person is working for someone else, they have a high status. Because the Emperor there suggests someone who has a very established position. You know, this is not someone who is just starting out in life. This person could be really into Wicca and all kinds of forms of spirituality. Since they also have the Lovers, they're definitely, and the Sun, they're definitely having a romantic, passionate side, like I said. But I think that side is probably not very visible. And since you also have the Ten of Swords twice and the Nine of Wands, this person has gone through some stuff, you know, and they're quite defensive. So you need to be careful how you handle them. They're definitely someone who uses reason to control their emotions. And, you know, most likely on the surface, the image that is going to come up is going to be their emotions. Sorry, their rational side, not their emotions. This could be someone who is also maybe revered in some sense in some kind of a community, in a spiritual community. They could have, again, they might be a respectable member of a certain community. Hopefully it's not Freemasonry or Satanism. Sorry, bad joke. And the reason I say this is because you have the High Priestess and the High Priest. The Watcher, Queen of Mirrors. Yeah, it's very strong emotional intelligence. This person also has a nice balance of feminine and masculine energy, because you have all this intuitive, gentle, empathetic sort of energy, and then you also have this leadership ability, strong inner confidence and faith, and self-reliance. They naturally fall into a leadership position. So I think this is the kind of person that a lot of people look up to. Also they have very strong intellectual abilities and ability to communicate. But they can also use reason to basically think their way out of feelings, basically. You know, to control their emotions, and it can work to their detriment. Usually either because in relationships they hesitate too much, or they will not respond immediately when someone shows interest. But it can also make them seem a little bit aloof sometimes. Alright, so this is pretty much what I can get from the cards. Let me see what the notes have to say. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the malachite crystal? Who is their soulmate? Who is their soulmate? Who is... That's enough. I have disrupted everything here. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the malachite crystal? Who is their soulmate? What profession and interest and personality could this person have? Tell me more about their profession, Spirit. What could their profession be? All right. So, Jupiter. This is Sagittarius energy. This could be Purva Bhadrapada. The Moon. This is the intuition. Aquarius. This is the progression and future energy. Virgo. This is the intellectual energy. Sagittarius. Okay. So more Jupiterian energy. And Saturn. Okay, this is like a confirmation of the Emperor energy. This person could be someone who's very serious and mature. And very likely for some of you, I would say for most of you actually with Saturn here, this could be someone who's older. And you have 8th house, which again is connected to the occult. Ninth house, which is about teaching and travel, which is a Jupiterian thing. 7th house is about negotiation, partnership-based business, and connecting with an audience. 1st house, this doesn't surprise me because it's a confirmation of that pioneering spirit, Aries energy. And 11th house, which is networking and large audiences. So, this person, like I said, with the 1st, the 7th, and the 11th house, they could be someone who is quite, like I said, they could be a respectable member of a certain community. Maybe they have some kind of a profession where they are addressing an audience, like a teacher, a spiritual guide. They could definitely be a teacher because you have the 9th house as well, for some of you. And with the 8th house, they could be involved in anything to do with research, psychology. So, I mean, psychology is also a field that is about research. Basically, 8th house is anything about digging underneath the surface of things. And it's about investigations. It's about sexuality to some extent. And it's also about the occult. And it's also about high-risk professions or secretive professions. So this person could have some kind of a... maybe even a secret profession. I don't know. They could be like secretly working for the government or something. Or, you know, have to deal with different things. Or they could be dealing with sensitive information at work. Like, again, this could be a therapist, but this could also be, I don't know, data protection, working with firewalls on PCs, I don't know, on laptops. But yeah, this person could be working in a partnership-based business. But they also, somehow their profession is connected to their body. Like, it's really important for them to be physically there where they work. People might know their name a lot. This gives me like Jordan Peterson vibes. Like, seriously, this would be perfect for Jordan Peterson. Like, you know, because you have connecting with masses, wide audiences, psychology, teaching. And by the way, ninth house is also especially teaching in higher education. So, master's degree and above. And first house signifies that this person can have an important name. Like, people recognize them. And also that they have something about them that really stands out, that they have like a pioneering spirit. But this could be a multitude of things. Maybe this could also be like, for instance, a yoga teacher, you know, because it's about physical body and using higher knowledge as well. Working in one-on-one situations or working with an audience, teaching, and also working on transforming bodies. You know? So it could be like a variety of things. Seventh house, it is about dealing with an audience, but it's also about working in one-on-one situations or working in partnership-based business. Like a consultant. Could be a lawyer for some of you, definitely, because you have Saturn and Jupiter. So both of these are connected to the law. And Aquarius shows, again, this person is unconventional. Like I said, Rahu, so Rahu energy. I'm surprised you didn't get Ketu, but you did get the moon, which is close enough. Ketu is the south node of the moon, and it's about intuition and spirituality. But the moon is the nearest thing, which is about, you know, very sharp intuition, strong feminine side as well. And like I said, I think this person has a nice balance between masculine and feminine. Jupiter is a very masculine energy. Sagittarius is a very masculine energy. This person is someone who likes to grow, to cultivate themselves, probably are well educated. I mean, with the ninth house also, I think they're very well educated for most of you. This is someone who most likely has a college degree. If not, they're self-educated, but they have reached a very respectable position. And they are acknowledged for their intelligence and their wisdom. And also Jupiter is about teaching. So yeah, strong indicator that this person could be teaching. For some of you more specifically, not more specifically, it could actually go hand in hand. This person could also be traveling a lot for their work. Because the ninth house is about travels. Jupiter is about travel. Sagittarius is about travel. They like to be on the go. And mature-minded, responsible, disciplined, dependable with the Saturn energy here. With Virgo, the Virgo actually explains the like I said, the hyper rationality. Also Aquarius. So like this person definitely has a very sharp intellect and very sharp logical ability. They spot imperfections a mile away with that Virgo attention to detail. They split hairs, you know. And nobody's gonna fool this person with this energy, Aquarius especially. And they're progressive and non-conforming. But with the moon, they definitely have a gentle side, very gentle, dreamy side that they keep hidden from the most of the world, let me say. Yeah, so it's like this person most likely, you know, takes time to get to know. It takes time to get close to them. Also, since you have Jupiter and Saturn here together, this person could be religious, as in pertaining to an organized religion. But I think they also have a more, you know, non-conventional side, definitely, when it comes to their belief systems. Like, they could be pro-astrology, pro-tarot, maybe dabble in some other stuff as well, like Wicca. But yeah, this is pretty much what I see for you, pile number one, and I hope that you will enjoy this, and I hope that you have found this useful. Definitely strong messages for you, and I will ask you once again to please subscribe if you have enjoyed this video, and also hit the notifications bell if you want to see when I will post a new reading, and please comment in the comment section with any feedback you would care to give or ideas for future videos. And also, if you're interested in a private tarot reading, I will suggest that you check the video description because I've left contact information and also a link to reviews that I have gotten for private readings before in tarot. And last but not least, if you're interested in astrology, I also have an astrology channel and I will be linking it in the video description as well as in the pinned comment. So check it out if you're interested. Maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. So thank you for listening, and I hope to see you at my next reading. Bye. So welcome pile number 2. This is your reading if you have chosen this blue calcite crystal and or this card that says strength. So this is going to be the card shuffling phase, and I'm going to add timestamps. You can skip through this if you don't want to sit through it. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2? The people who chose the blue calcite crystal. Who is their soulmate? What can you tell me about their soulmate, Spirit? What can you tell me about their soulmate? What can you tell me about their soulmate? Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2? The people who chose the blue calcite crystal. What can you tell me about their soulmate? Who is this person? What characteristics do they have? Solitude, trust, positivity. Nice. And wait. Okay. Lion, higher calling. Already with strength. The strength card, remember, had the lion on it traditionally. And you have lion with higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. Dolphin play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. Owl magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Already, I feel like this person has strong Purva Bhadrapada energy. Because a lot of lion stuff and also magic. But I'm gonna, see what the cards say further down the line. Okay. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2? The people who chose the blue calcite. Who is their soulmate? What can you tell me about... What can you tell me about this person? Who is pile number 2 soulmate, Spirit? Any information you would care to give would be greatly appreciated. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2? Who is pile number 2's soulmate? Who is pile number 2's soulmate? The Two of Cups, the Fool, the Seven of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Sithe, and I think this is Temperance, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna need to check. The Sithe. I don't know how to pronounce it, okay? It's Gaelic. I'm gonna have some Irish people being annoyed. It's probably totally not pronounced like that, but whatever. Hold on, I have to check if number 14 is Yeah, it's the Temperance. All right, so you have the Temperance. So, let me see some more cards. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2, the people who chose the blue calcite? What can you tell me for pile number 2? All right, this came out. They came out together. Who is their soulmate, Spirit? Who is pile number 2's soulmate? Who is pile number 2's soulmate? The Fool again. Wow. If you feel drawn to pile number 1, check it out. The Chariot. The Queen of Swords. The Emperor. The 5 of Wands. The 10 of Wands. And the Queen of Wands. Wow. So, okay, first of all, like I said, if you feel drawn to pile number 1, definitely check it out. You have some cards in common, but only if you feel drawn to it. So, I definitely think this person has some strong Mars energy, because you have the Chariot here. And you have, again, you have the Fool twice. Either Mars or K2 or the first house is strong in their horoscope. They are someone who is very good at balancing things that have nothing to do with one another, like that seem to be very contradictory. So this could be within their personality. Maybe there's definitely, like, again, this definitely gives me, like I said, Purva Vajrapara vibes because of the oracle cards, connection to lion, and 5th house with dolphin play. I mean, no, scratch the dolphin play thing. But Purva Vajrapara, because you have lion, you have strength, which also the strength card in the Rider-Waite has a lion in it. And then you have owl magic, which also kind of connects to occult. And then you have the Temperance, and you have the Queen of Wands underneath, which both suggest that this person might have 2 sides to them. Now, I don't want to say two-faced, worst case scenario, that could be the case. Like, this person has one side that they present in public and a totally different side that they keep private. Now, don't freak out. This doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be narcissists. This could just mean, like I said, because of these cards that show magic and occult, they could have some interests that maybe are going to come across as surprising to the people who know them in, like, on the surface. Because there's, like, a tendency for them, yeah, there's something, some part of them that is drawn to the occult. This is a person who has a lot of bravery and strength. This is why I also think they have, like, Aries, maybe Scorpio, Mars or K2, or a combination of them. Maybe all of them are prominent in their horoscope. You have the 2 of Cups, and you have the Fool underneath. This person is going to be someone you're going to have a balanced relationship with. This is someone who's going to be equally invested in this connection. This is a person that is going to make you feel like, you know, finally I have met someone who is my match, who is built from the same cloth. You're going to be, maybe to some extent, you could be mirroring each other. Like, you might have things in common as well. Maybe some of you have the sun in the 7th house. This person is someone who comes across really quiet on the surface. Comes across as someone who is not very tumultuous, but every now and then they will show a more tumultuous, impetuous side. I definitely think this person is someone who is very proactive, could be a leader, a manager. There are indicators here that this person could be coming from a foreign background by comparison to you, because you have the Temperance and you have the Five of Wands. So to me, this indicates that there could be differences in background. This person could be mixed race, more specifically for some of you. Or they could be just coming from, you know, very mixed background, culturally, ethnically. This person is generous. They like to share their time, their knowledge. They like to guide others that are in a, you know, less enlightened position in life. They like to help others. They are also very, very tough, very tough. Could have Aquarius placements as well. Rahu, Aquarius. I definitely think Rahu could be an influence, because you have the Queen of Swords, which I associate with Aquarius, and Aquarius is co-ruled by Rahu. And you also have these cards that suggest they might have a foreign background. So yes, Rahu again. They could be someone who's like a mentor, a teacher, or they just enjoy they're good at that, okay? Maybe they're not doing that for a living, but they're good at mentoring others, guiding others. They naturally fall in leadership positions. I feel like people listen to them and follow their advice. They have a lot of inner fire, a lot of passion, but they also have a very strong ability to control themselves. Very strong intellectual abilities. This is someone who is very sharp, logical, nothing gets past them, you know. I mean, this image cracks me up for the Seven of Wands. What is she choosing? A stick or something to fight someone? Or, I mean, these look like sticks. They don't look like guns, but they're kind of arrayed like guns. Yeah, so this person could be someone who actually has a bit of a temper, but it's probably not immediately obvious. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna be aggressive and abusive or anything, of course, but they definitely have that ability. You know, they could switch from like calm and collected to displaying temper within a short period of time. But they also are very wise. They have a lot of ability to reflect. They're self-aware. And they actually have a solid core. You know, this is someone who likes to take care of others. They're kind of a protector. They like to have people leaning on them, I think, whether they say it or not. You know, but they like to be there for others. They like to be like, you know, like the head of a tribe. They give a lot of their energy, their time, their resources to others. There's, yeah, this person could be some mature patriarchal figure. And I know, I realize patriarchal sounds like, I don't know exactly how to say it, but the emperor, you know, kind of makes me think of that. So obviously this could be a woman. So, but if this is a woman, this is someone who has a strong masculine side, which means, you know, not a wallflower. This is definitely someone who, you know, has gone through the school of hard knocks, and they could be a little bit defensive. They could have a tendency to be argumentative. It's going to be really important for you to communicate clearly with them to avoid misunderstandings, probably also because of the background difference. But they have a, you know, youthful enthusiasm about them. despite everything that they have gone through, because I see that this person has gone through some stuff, you know. I feel like they have had to overcome a lot of challenges on their own. I think many times they feel like they're overburdened, like they have to do everything by themselves, but they're also either too proud to ask for help, or they just think that nobody's gonna care. But I think secretly they would appreciate if people ask them how they are every now and then, and maybe even offer to give them some help. But I think on the surface, also this person can have like a strong connection to nature. They might really love nature. They can recharge their batteries in nature. Maybe even Ardra placements here. Or Mrigashira. This is for those of you who come from Vedic astrology. Yeah, let me see what else. Is there anything that I can pick up? Also, because, yeah, solitude. Yeah, so I think this person has been alone for a long time. I mean, I'm not just talking about their relationship status. I think this person is being single, and maybe they haven't had a lot of support in life. Maybe especially from their family. But despite all that, they're a very tough, resilient person. And I think there's someone that you're just going to easily trust them. You know, you're just going to feel safe with them. This is pretty much like what I can pick up from the cards. But let me get to the astrological notes. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2, the people who chose the blue calcite? Who is their soulmate? What characteristics does this person have? Who is their soulmate? Who is their soulmate? That's enough. Spirit, who is pile number 2 soulmate? What are their professions, especially? What professions could they be in? All right. So, Saturn. I'm not surprised because this came out for pile number 1, and pile number 1 got the Emperor as well. So, yeah, Saturn. This person is mature. Capricorn. All right. Even more Saturn. Cancer. Okay. Venus. Sagittarius. Gemini. And Ketu. Wow. All right. So, Ketu is a confirmation. And so are all the, but I'm going to open first and then I'm going to talk later. So, second house, that's family and voice. Third house, communication. 10th house, career and status and administration. First house, yeah, not surprised. That's like the Mars energy that I was talking about. 6th house, house of service. Like I said, this person likes to be useful to others. 2nd house again, so particularly strong emphasis on the 2nd house. Interesting. So let me break this down. So first of all here, confirmations, right? Like I said, Ketu, confirmation. This person could have, like I said, Scorpio, Mars energy. Also the first house is kind of a confirmation of that. So this person is very self-driven, assertive. With Ketu, they have a strong intuitive, instinctive side. They have like a sixth sense. They could be into a cult, like I said. They could have this secret side to them that they're interested in the occult. And with Venus and all like the Capricorn and Saturn, this person could be an artist. Their voice is very important for some reason. You also have the second house twice. So I know this is really specific, but for some of you, this could be a singer or someone who just like their profession has to do with the voice a lot, speaking a lot, maybe also because of the third house. And you have Capricorn and Saturn, which are about being mature, responsible. Most likely this person is older. You do also have Gemini, which could be a youthful energy, but I feel like since you have two of these and only one Gemini, for most of you, this person could be slightly older than you, but they have this kind of youthfulness with respect to their intelligence. Like, first of all, the Gemini is to some extent a confirmation of the Queen of Swords. Even though it's not Aquarius, it's air energy. So this suggests intellect. It suggests intelligence. It's a person who is always curious, has basic social skills, is good at socializing, very good communicator. There's like actually Gemini and the third house go hand in hand. So this person may be a very good communicator. Maybe they're a writer. This could be like a songwriter. Again, this is really specific, but this person definitely uses, I think, their voice and communication a lot in their profession and their life in general. But you also have the 10th house and Saturn and Capricorn, so this person has an established position. This is why I also think they are more likely to be mature, older than you are. And, I mean, depends on your age, but I don't think, again, this is a person who is, I would say, you know, in a respectable place. Like, this is someone who has worked on something, a career for a while, and they have reached a level of respect based on their own efforts. So yes, respectable position. They could be working in administration. They could be working in finance as well. Or they could be into arts. Something like architect. Now, obviously, there's a variety of professions, countless professions that could be here. For some of you, more specifically, they could be in the restaurant business. You have the second house twice, and that is about food. Cancer is also about eating and real estate. This also shows that they could be very attached to their mother. Like, the mother figure and the mother's side of the family is important. They could be, yes, the relationship with the mother figure is really important. This also just shows that they're a very protective side when they have a protective side when it comes to their emotions. Like, they have a sensitive side that they keep, you know, protected. But they're also very family oriented with that Cancer energy. So this explains, like, what I said, that they really care about others. Like, for these people, family is extremely important. Could be that their family of origin is very important already because you have the second house twice. So, and the second house is the house of the family of origin. They could be working in their parents' business with the second house coming out twice. Or, again, they could be either working with their parents or in their parents' line of work, or they could be working in the restaurant business or something to do with the voice. Sixth house is also health, and you have second house, so could be a nutritionist. More specifically, they could be like an ear, nose, and throat person, doctor. And yeah, they could also be a physical therapist because you have the first house as well. But again, the first house and 10th house coming together, this person has some respectable status. People know them. And the third house can also be self-employment. So it's very likely this person is really independent, and also a lot of bravery, you know. So with respect to, I cannot say 100% that they are self-employed because you also have 6th house and 3rd house. So for some of you, this person could be self-employed and they could be working in some service sector, service sector. In some kind of a profession where they are putting themselves at service to to the greater good. Like a doctor. Or they could be working for humanitarian causes. For some of you, this person is employed. and maybe they're employed in something to do with these things like administration, finance. Second house is also about savings and money and anything to do directly with money. So yeah, they could be working in banking, finance, something like that. Or they could be, again, an artist and something to do with the voice and singing. But they could also be working in a corporation and be like a spokesperson, for instance. It's important for the physical body, for them is important somehow for their work. So either they work on the physical body, or it's important for them to present themselves well at their job. So maybe even a salesperson. But yeah, definitely this person is spiritual. I don't think that they're very religious. It could be that they subscribe to a particular religion, but with Ketu here, they definitely have like their own perception of life and how things should be. They have a strong spiritual side, definitely a strong interest in the occult. They like to travel. And they like to read. They like to expand their knowledge. And they can be very charming as well with Venus. Venus is about social graces. And also they could be really good looking as well. Because you have that Venus energy. Yeah, mostly, yes. And also, I think I said this, but quite well off financially. You know, because they have a pretty senior, respectable position. Alright, so this is pretty much what I can see for you, pile number 2. And I hope that you will find this useful. And if you have liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. And please comment in the comment section if you would like to share anything about this reading or any topics that you might want me to cover in future videos. Please write the suggestions in the comment section. And also hit the notifications bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a new video. And also, if you are interested in a private tarot reading, I do tarot readings, and you can email me at the email address in the video description. And also in the video description, I have left a link to reviews that I have gotten from previous clients for private tarot readings. And also, if you are interested in astrology, last but not least, I will be linking my astrology channel in the video description as well as in the pinned comment. Go ahead and check it out. If you're interested in astrology, maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, and I hope to see you at my next reading. Bye! Welcome, pile number 3. This is your reading if you have chosen this card over here. And or this crystal over here, this black onyx crystal. Sorry about the honking in the background. I don't know what is going on. Alright, so this is going to be the shuffling phase, and I'm going to add timestamps. If you don't want to sit through it, you can jump directly to the reading. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3, the people who chose the black onyx crystal? Who is their soulmate? What can you tell me about their soulmate? Anything you would care to share would be greatly appreciated. Who is their soulmate? No. Who is their soulmate? Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 3, the people who chose the black onyx crystal? Who is their soulmate? Any information you would care to give us would be greatly appreciated, Spirit. Who is their soulmate? Hope. Communication. And mystery. Nice. Oh my god, this card came out for every pile up until now. Okay, owl magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Peacock vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Wow. Raven shaman. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. Oh, and you have mysteries and mystery. Like, oh, pile number 3. I had a feeling that you were going to be the occult one. The most occult of the occult because of that black onyx vibe. But I'm going to shut up. And also you have enchantment here. I mean, hello, enchantment. Yes. Your soulmate is someone who has powers. Like, they're a shaman. A shaman, however you want to call it. Yeah. Already could be Purva Bajapata, could be Ketu, could be Bharani energy. But we're going to see as we go along. Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 3, soulmate? Who is this person? What can you tell me about pile number 3, soulmate? Who is this person? What can you tell us about them? What are they like? What are their interests? What are their professions? Their finances? All right. The King of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Fool, the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Witch. Oh wait, number 1, the Witch. Oh, the Magician. Yes, of course you have the Magician because you are the occult pile. Okay. Getting some more cards. Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 3, the people who chose the black onyx crystal? Who is their soulmate? What can you tell me about this person? What can you tell me about pile number 3's soulmate? Who is this person? What can you tell us about them? Yeah, this one. Let's see. What can you tell us about pile number 3's soulmate? Justice. Page of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords. The Chariot. The Queen of Pentacles. And, ooh, the 3 of Swords. All right. Oh, so, as I said, when I pulled out the Oracle cards, you have a strong message that your soulmate is someone who is very mystical. I would be very surprised if they're not into astrology or tarot or Wicca or Kabbalah or like something mystical. Because you have mystery and you have Raven with shaman and you have Owl with magic. And you have the Witch or the Magician. And you also have the original card that says enchantment. Yeah. So, the witch, right? You're gonna be with a witch or a wizard. This is the first message. So, like I said, this could be someone who has strong Purva Bhadrapada or Bharani or strong Ketu energy, 8th house energy. Actually, any of the water houses, 4th house, 12th house as well. Pisces, maybe, especially in Purva Bhadrapada. Uttara Bhadrapada as well, to some extent. But especially Purva Bhadrapada, like, I feel this person could actually actively be involved with something, you know, to do with witchcraft. So, 10 of Cups. This is definitely someone you're going to build a happy family with. You know, very harmonious environment, happy ending here. This person also is very active. They like to be on the move because you have the Chariot here. They could be really stubborn though when it comes to their, they could be having limiting thought patterns or attitudes. And they could be really stubborn about their beliefs. Oh my god, the crystal ball again. Yeah. Wow, I just got an idea, but I don't know if I should say it. It's a little bit negative. I feel like this could be someone who's using magic for the wrong reasons. I mean, worst case scenario. If that is the case, you can deal with that when it happens. As in, bring them to the light. But, I mean, I'm sure that this is, like, definitely not true for all of you. But, yeah, they could be tempted. I think this is a person who has just strong energy. Like, they have a strong manifestation power. There's something of an alchemist energy about them. So, this person is very fair. I'm getting also maybe a little bit of Libra energy. This person is like, they're very fair. They like justice. They support justice. They could be having multiple streams of income or juggling multiple professions and activities. Very creative person, has a strong leadership ability. They're self-motivated, driven. They don't like to hesitate. Like I said, quite active. Quite well off as well, because you have the Queen of Pentacles. And generous. Yeah, but they have like a childlike enthusiasm about them. The Three of Swords suggests that this person has been through a lot of heartache. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean with respect to past relationships. This could be like disappointments in general, but it does have to do with relationships. So maybe it's from their early life environment. This person has had a lot of suffering. They're very romantic, and I think considering these cards, they probably got hurt because they're very sensitive. Because you have the Page of Cups and you also have the Knight of Cups. This looks to me like someone who's like a dreamer, a poet, a romantic. Could be you know, they could have Critica placements, or maybe you have your partner dispositors in Critica as well. This person would do anything for their family. Like, they definitely prioritize their family. but they're also very driven. They're very passionate. They probably have a lot of creative projects on their mind. Some of them could literally be teachers. They could be working with kids. But irrespective of whether that is their job or not, they're good at working with kids. They can really put them, like, they can really get down, you know, to like a child's level and talk to them in their language. Probably because they have a very youthful heart. Unlike the other piles, I actually think for you, it's like more likely that this person is slightly younger than you are. They could be making a living out of something artistic. Or this could even be someone that you build some kind of a family thing together, you know, with. Like, maybe you could be working together with them. But I see them capable, they're very good at time management, and they're capable of, like, doing multiple activities, juggling multiple activities and doing them quite well. And I think most likely they have at least two, you know, streams of income, significant streams of income. I really think the only time this person's progress will be limited, it will be through their own thought patterns. Like, they basically have no limits. There's like no limit to what they can achieve. Unless they put limitations on themselves. And unfortunately, they do have that tendency. So this is important for you to know when you get in a relationship, because it will probably be up to you to, you know, to help them out. Because they could be like stuck in repetitive thought patterns or stuck in their comfort zones. This could be fears or, like, you know, past habits. Repeating patterns of thought, definitely. Yeah, I think this person has some insecurities, actually. So I think it will also be up to you to encourage them a little bit, you know, because you have the King of Wands there, and you have this, like, Eight of Swords. So, and I think this person may not have had, like, good support in their family of origin. And that makes them very insecure. Like, maybe not very, but they don't really see the full extent of their potential. And yeah, they're probably not easy to get to know at first. Alright, so this is pretty much what I can see from the cards. Let me check. Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 3's soulmate? Who is this person? What are they like? Who is this person? What are they like? Who's pile number 3's soulmate? Spirit, come on. Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 3's soulmate and what they do for a living? What are they into? What personality? But also, what do they do for a living? Is that, I think that's enough, right? Or, let's see, what does pile, okay, another one. All right. Ketu, I'm not surprised, right? The occult. Capricorn, this person is very hardworking. Pisces, another water energy. Like I said, Leo, am not surprised. King of Wands, confirmation. Cancer, yes, this is about the Ten of Cups, caring about family energy. Saturn, all right. So, strong Capricorn energy. So, for some of you, this person could be older, but they have a very youthful spirit. Or it could be either they're older and they have a very young heart, or they're young and they're very mature and very hardworking. All right, 12th house. Ah, gosh. I'm not surprised. Strong confirmation of occultism. Subconscious. 7th house. Okay, partnership-based business. 9th house, teaching. 5th house, creativity, working with children, also teaching. 10th house. Yeah, this person has a pretty good career. Like, I think for most of you, this is a person who's actually quite young, but they're very mature for their age and very hardworking. And I say most likely because the cards didn't say this person is older, but you have Saturn and Capricorn here. So it kind of suggests that on the surface, like physically, they don't actually look older, but they're very mature and very responsible. And also Leo and 5th house, like I said, they're definitely very good with kids. But some of them could be working with kids. They could be teachers. And like I said, some of them could be working in a creative profession, because the 5th house is all about creativity as well. So they could be, especially drama. 5th house is about dramatic arts. So you could be, and also you have communication here. So this could be like someone who is an actor, maybe, or yeah, any well, communication and 5th house could be any profession where the person uses communication and creativity. So I don't know, maybe they're into LARPing, right? Maybe it's not their profession, but it's something they spend a lot of time doing. However, the 5th and the 10th house coming together does suggest that for many of them, they're doing something they love for a living, which is great. You know, not everyone has that chance. So yes, I do think that they could be doing something artistic for a living. And also, since you have the 12th house, I mean, some of them could even be into the occult. Like, maybe, again, you did have the 2 of Pentacles, so maybe this person has like a regular job, and then they also have a more whimsical hobby / side hustle where they just do what they love. Teaching is a strong indicator. They could definitely be a teacher because you have the 9th house and the 5th house. With the 7th house, they could be working in one-on-one situations, or they could be working with an audience, which again kind of reinforces teaching as a possibility. But they could just be working in a partnership-based business, or again, like I said, you could be working together with them once you become a couple. 10th house suggests that this person is, you know, has a slow and steady climb as well with the Saturn and Capricorn. Very patient, responsible person, like to plan ahead. They're good managers. They could be even working in some kind of management position or administration. More for some, very particularly, they could be into politics. But 10th house generally just shows that they have a good position in society. You know, they have a pretty respectable position. And 12th house, like I said, so they could be working with, they could be either working in isolated positions, so they could be spending a lot of time in solitude due to their profession, or they could be working with people who are in solitude, so this could be working in hospitals. However, 12th house is also far away places, so this could be like export-import business, working with foreigners. It could even be working from home, because like nowadays a lot of people are working for companies that are on different continents. But 12th house is specifically about faith, you know. Faith is really important. And 12th house is also bed pleasures, right? So, I mean, I'm sure for some of you specifically, maybe there's some connection there with bed pleasures, I don't know, and their profession. But 12 houses, you know, it's also everything to do with secret and occult and the subconscious. So they could be working like with energies, any kind of energy work like Reiki or something. You know, not so much yoga, maybe breathing yoga, but not the kind of yoga they use is a lot of physical stuff. Could be Tai Chi, could be, you know, things that are not very intense physically. But this is something of working with the subconscious, you know, healing the subconscious. Could be anything to do with the sea as well. Maritime stuff. Also, you have Cancer here. But this is to do with their personality more. 12th house could be about the sea, actually. Or just working with foreigners. Yeah, they have a good established position. I know I keep repeating myself, but you have a confirmation here twice because the 7th house is the 10th house from the 10th house. So this person has a good position in society. And since you have the Queen of Pentacles, most likely they're doing well for themselves financially. But also Pisces, Leo, Cancer. Yes, you also have Capricorn and Saturn. So it explains why you have that Two of Pentacles energy, because this person has dichotomous energies in them. So they have a side that is very, you know, creative, very emotional, passionate, artistic. And then they have another side that is very responsible, down to earth, good at planning. So yes, most likely they have like a more regular job, but they also dabble in other things on the side, you know. So this could even be like maybe they have a YouTube channel on tarot because you also have the K2. Yeah, in any case, among all the piles, I mean, I haven't done pile 4 yet, but this is the most spiritual and occult sort of energy. It also hope here. So this person has a strong sense of faith in life. They're guided by a strong sense of faith. With that Pisces energy especially. Very creative, like I said, romantic, like I said, very sensitive, yeah, because you have significant water energy, like I said, so it explains why this person was hurt a lot. Also, Ketu is a sign, an energy that shows high sensitivity. I think this person has spent some time being isolated, maybe at times they felt ostracized by others, so they have kind of like a, you know, they have been affected by that. Maybe, and that has affected their confidence. But they will have a slow and steady climb in life. And they could also, yeah, definitely they could be working with foreign lands. Some of them could be traveling a lot for work. Because you have both the 9th house and the 12th house, and those are both about travel. 7th house is also, to some extent, is about foreign lands. But yeah, pretty much this is what I can see for you, pile number 3. And I hope that you have found this useful because I definitely found it really interesting. Loads of confirmations here. And yes, and if you have, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will post a new video. Yes. And also, please comment in the comment section with any feedback you would like to give about this video or any suggestions you have for future topics you might want to see covered on my channel. And also like the video, please, if you have liked it. And also, if you're interested in a tarot reading, a private tarot reading, you can check out the video description. I have left my contact information there. And also a link to reviews that I have gotten from previous clients up until this point. And also, last but not least, if you are interested in astrology, I have an astrology channel, and I will be linking that in the video description as well as in the pinned comment. So if you're interested in astrology, go ahead, check it out, maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, and I hope to see you at my next reading. Bye! So, oh my god, pile number 3. I just realized that there was another note that I didn't open, and none of you said anything. I'm just kidding. Okay, so you have another note here. It was over here, and I didn't notice it. So, yes, 4th house. Okay, so this person could also be working in real estate or the restaurant business, or they could be working with their mother or their mother's side of the family. They could be working, yes, restaurant business, hotel business. They could definitely be working in the hotel business because you have 4th house and 12th and 9th houses, which are all about travel, and 4th house is about real estate. For some of you, this could be a person who maybe is working in a restaurant or they own a restaurant. But yeah, real estate agents is a possibility. Or they could be working with vehicles. Especially since I think, yeah, you also had the Chariot. So this person could be working with vehicles. Like they could be a car dealer or any kind of vehicles. Could be bicycles or anything. Motorbikes. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so this is all that I wanted to add. Yeah, thank God that I realized I had forgotten a note. I hope there isn't any other note that I have forgotten over here. No. Yeah, I checked. All right, so this has been it. So thank you once again for listening, and I hope to see you at my next reading. Bye! So welcome pile number 4. This is your reading if you have chosen this amethyst crystal and or this card right here that says shadow self. All right, so this is going to be the shuffling phase, and I'm going to add timestamps. You can skip directly to your reading. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 4, the people who chose the amethyst? Who is their soulmate? Who is their soulmate? What can you tell me for pile number 4? Who is their soulmate, Spirit? What can you tell me about their soulmate? Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 4? Who is their soulmate? What can you tell me about them? Who is pile number 4's soulmate? Who is pile number 4's soulmate? Love. Nice. Contemplation. Inner knowing. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Lizard regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Swan grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Wolf Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Love again. Like you already have it here. And you have shadow self. Already, I feel this person has strong Scorpio, 8th house, K2 energy. Maybe Ardra. Nakshatra, if you come from Vedic astrology. But let me see what the cards are going to say. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 4, the people who chose the amethyst crystal? Who is their soulmate? Who is their soulmate? Spirit, who is their soulmate? Who's pile number 4's soulmate? Who is pile number 4's soulmate? All right. The 5 of Pentacles. The King of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. The King of Thames, which is the King of Swords. the Five of Cups, and the Knight of Chalices, which is the Knight of Cups. Okay. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 4, the people who chose the amethyst crystal? Who is their soulmate? What can you tell me about this person? Who is their soulmate? Who is pile number 4's? Who is pile number 4's soulmate? The Moon, the Star, the Six of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Page of Spirals, the Page of Wands, the Devil, and the Lovers. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Very, very nice. Very intense. Like I said, I feel this person definitely has some kind of Scorpio energy. There's a shadow self going on. There's the Lovers and the Devil. There's that wolf energy that references love. You have a love that endures, and you have Lizard with regeneration. So could be. However, when I got Lizard with regeneration, this gives me 8th house energy, Scorpio energy. So I think the first thing that stands out is this person is someone who has dealt with some demons. Like, they have had a dark side. This is also why your original card here says Shadow Self, and then you have the Devil and the Moon. This person has had a rough childhood. And look at this, you have the Five of Pentacles and you have the Moon underneath. This person could be coming from a pretty, rough environment. Like, they could have grown in poverty. And there's a lot of childhood trauma here. You have 3 messages that say this person is struggling with some demons or has struggled significantly throughout their lives. Maybe not at the point when you're going to meet them. This person is very passionate, and also since you have the Devil, like, this person also, I think, is the kind of person that attracts a lot of attention. Sexually, they come across as very attractive. But, like, the Devil also says this person has maybe struggled with addiction, or they have had some kind of a self-destructive side. It makes sense considering the first 2 cards, the Five of Pentacles and the Moon. This could suggest this person, had a rough start in life. And the Moon, it just suggests trauma. And also, it's really interesting because you have the Wolf and then you have the Moon card. And if you remember in the Universal Rider-Waite deck, the Moon card has a wolf and a dog howling at the moon on the card. So I think with the wolf coming out, to me, the way that I would read it is like they're still struggling with the dark side. Because it's like the wolf in this situation is a confirmation of the Devil card, is a reflection of the Devil card. Because the Moon would suggest the conflict between a dog and a wolf. And the dog represents the quiet, domesticated, self-controlled, conscious side of their mind and their personality. And the wolf is like the wild side. So that suggests that they're struggling with that wild side. They could have battled addiction, like I said. And you have the Five of Cups, and then you have the Devil underneath. So I think this person has, maybe because of their emotional pain, entered the world of addiction. Now, addiction doesn't necessarily mean addiction to substances. It could just be any kind of self-destructive behavior. It could be addiction to porn, for instance, or, I don't know, watching too much Netflix instead of making a career goal. But they are someone who's going to go through a large transformation. And look at this, they're very monogamous. This is a person that you are meant to have like a really long-lasting monogamous relationship, because you have the swan, and the swan is it's a monogamous animal. And you have helped me transform into elegance and grace, inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So, oh my God, like this really literally makes me feel that this is some kind of a Beauty and the Beast scenario. Now, I don't want to encourage this kind of a rhetoric, especially if you're a woman, because I know a lot of women like fantasize that they're going to turn a bad guy into a domesticated thing. But this might actually be a scenario for some of you. I don't want to encourage it, but it could be. Like, it could be like just that you inspire this person to get their shit together, basically. And they are like, basically together you will become a better sum than both of you as separate parts. So you're going to create like a beautiful love story together. It is like, I know it sounds really cheesy, but this is what the cards are here. And look at this, you have the Knight of Cups under, like, over the Lover. So very romantic. A lot of romantic energy. This person is very romantic. And like, I definitely feel like maybe they were someone who really has had a rough past, and until they meet you, maybe they don't believe in love, because like there's a lot of stuff that, I mean, with the moon here, and also with the star. Also, I was gonna say, you have the Devil and the Star. This person is very attractive. They probably have their fair share of options. And you also have like Ace of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles after this rough start here. So I think there's someone who starts out in life having a really, you know, bad hand dealt to them, but they end up reaching a position of wealth. You also have the King of Cups, and this person is like stuffing themselves, you know, like they're very well off. So yes, I think that this person is like a rags to riches sort of person. And also you have the King of Swords, very rational, but the King of Swords is an energy that shows rationality. You know, this person is no nonsense. Like, they have that side to them that is, you know, kind of someone who has learned through the school of hard knocks in life. But they hide this more like softer King of Cups energy. They have a lot of emotional intelligence. They understand people very well. You have and look at this, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Cups underneath. For some of you, this could be a person that you have met in your past. I don't think it's someone that you have had a relationship with up until this point, but I think it's someone you may have met before, maybe when you were young. They care a great deal about friendship. Friendship and living and enjoying the moment is important for them, even though they have a very serious side. They have a lot of Venus energy, so they care a lot about beauty. They care about luxury. They're probably going to be quite generous. A lot of passionate romantic energy. This person could be artistic. This person could also be well known. Like, this could be someone who has a strong social media following. The moon is also linked to popularity, you know? And the moon and the King of Cups shows that this person has a strong feminine side, actually, but they also have very sharp mind. So the ability to control themselves and to spot any BS that appears within their vision, within their range of sight. So don't try to BS this person. Not that you would try, but anyone who would try to BS this person would be immediately sniffed out. But they have like a really tender, soft side. So you yourself maybe have Darakaraka as the moon as your Darakaraka. Again, if you come from Vedic astrology. Because, yeah, you have the moon very strongly represented. Inner knowing and contemplation. So, yeah, I feel like with these cards, actually, this person, by the time that you get together, at least, has done some work, you know? They have done some inner work and have worked through, you know, their inner life, their early life experiences and how these experiences have shaped them into who they are. Because, you know, this definitely shows that they have had some traumas early on in life. So most likely there's someone who has gone through therapy and have worked on themselves. But it is possible they still struggle from time to time with a dark side, with that like self-destructive streak. But the Devil and also the Lovers just shows that this person is also very passionate and on top of being romantic. So, yes, pretty much this is what I can see from the cards. So let me check the notes. Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 4, soulmate? Who is this person? What are they like? Who is pile number 4, soulmate? That's enough. Spirit, who is pile number 4, soulmate? What are they like? I mean, what line of work are they in, especially? What line of work is pile number... Okay. No. Okay. Let's see. Aries. The moon, confirmation. Very strong confirmation. Leo. Confirmation that with the star card, this person could be like literally famous for some of you, like to some extent. Venus, confirmation. Like I said, this person could definitely be in the arts because they're good looking. Gemini, good communicator. Libra, more Venus energy. Yes, they can be very charming socially. Let's see what we get here. Potential professions. Third house, communication and self-employment. Fifth house, more Leo energy. Eighth house is that Scorpio energy, that transformation energy. 10th house, high status. And fourth house. Okay, fourth house is about stability, and they could be working from home. Some of you, like, for maybe they are like a content creator of some kind. They could be working from home. That's one explanation. They could also be working in a family business, especially their mother's side of the family. They could be working in real estate. Since you have the 4th and the 8th house, this could be someone who is in renovations. You know, like they could also be an architect because you have the 5th and the 4th house. So 4th house is about buildings, it's real estate, it's also vehicles, cars, whatever kind of vehicles, like, I don't know, even horse-drawn carts if people use them nowadays. So any kind of vehicle is 4th house as well. So this person could be like doing renovations of houses, or they could be an architect, they could be a designer, an interior designer. But I also think since you have the third house, which is about communication, writing, stuff like that, many of them, they could be content creators, they could be writing books, blogs. And the eighth house is psychology. Eighth house is everything that is kind of to, you know, about investigating, about, you know, looking underneath the surface of things. So it could be any kind of investigative work, could be dealing with sensitive information, could be working through with transformation of any kind. They could literally be working in rehab centers, or they could be a therapist that is helping other people overcome addictions. That's really specific, but considering the rest of the cards as well, it's a possibility. They could also be a teacher because of the fifth house energy. They are most likely doing something they love for a living because you have both the 10th and the 5th house. Definitely this person is good looking. Like, you are probably the luckiest with respect to this aspect. I think actually, even if this person is a man, they probably have a really good looking face. They could be having like full lips and a nice voice and nice skin and nice hair. They can also be very charming. They're good in one-on-one situations, charismatic. Like I said, confirmation also of the King of Cups and the Moon, because they have really strong intuition and emotional intelligence. Really artistic, really, really artistic. So they could be in any kind of a creative field. Since you also have the Moon in the 4th house, for some of you, this person could be in the restaurant business or some kind of food catering business, because the 4th house is about restaurants as well. 4th house is also about hotels. Yeah, any kind of real estate, really. And the Moon is about food, nurturing. Venus is about healing. Yeah, so this could be a wide variety of things, right? So they could even be a nutritionist for some of you, because you have 8th house. That is about transformation. And 4th house is about food to some extent. That could be a thing. And they could be, like I said, a therapist of any kind. Physical therapist even. A vocal coach, definitely. They could be that. They could also be working in a profession, or they could be working a lot with women, because you have the Moon and Venus, which is a lot of feminine energy. So this could be Moon and Venus together. It could be like any kind of artistic thing. They could be, again, writer. They could be a designer. They could be working in fashion. They could be an actor of some kind, or, like I said, content creator. But these are mainly about profession. So I'm seeing a lot of expression, teaching potentially, maybe working with kids. Or it could be, you know, it could be multiple combinations, because obviously a lot of people are going to watch this. So it could be like multiple combinations of this, or it could be one thing, or it could be a little bit of everything, right? So 3rd house is communication. It could also be about running errands, where, you know, transportation, like short-term travel. So again, for instance, they could be having a catering business, you know, with the 4th house and the 3rd house. 4th and 5th could be like they're an interior designer, decorator, or an architect. They are creative about real estate, and about also maybe vehicles. So maybe they're, I don't know, selling old cars or something. They're refurbishing old cars. Because the 8th house also shows their work has something to do with transformation or investigation. Some of them could even be having to do with the occult. So maybe they have a tarot channel that's kind of borderline occult. Or they could be into astrology as well. Definitely this person has very, very strong intuition. Very strong. Very creative. And also because the 10th house is here, most likely this person has a pretty established position in society by the time that you get together. So this is a kind of a confirmation of the rest of the cards as well, because like I said, I think this person is likely to be well known, quite popular, because you have the star, you have the moon. So I think this person has a following, like they're quite charismatic, they're well known. Oh look, you have a lion here as well with the Leo. For some of you, very specifically, this person could be like a foreign language teacher, because you have the 3rd house, 8th house, and the 10th house. Yeah, so this is pretty much what I can see. Alright, so this is pretty much what I can see, and I hope you have enjoyed this. Definitely a lot of strong confirmations. Pile number 4, what can I say? Yes, as usual, I'm never disappointed with spirit. And yes, so if you liked the video, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It's free and it will only take a second. And also click the notifications bell if you want to see when I will post a new video on this channel. And also, if you're interested in a private tarot reading, you can check out the video description. I will leave more information about that in the video description. I've also linked a link to reviews that I have gotten so far for private tarot readings. And also, please comment in the comment section with anything you would care to share about this reading or any topics, suggestions that you have for future readings. And last but not least, I also have an astrology channel, and I will be linking that in the video description as well, or in the pinned comment, or both. And if you're interested in astrology, check it out, maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, so thank you, and I hope that you have enjoyed this, and I hope to see you at my next reading. Bye!